What's good, Silver Squad? My name is RJ and welcome to the Silver Site. And today I'm going to be reviewing I Care a Lot, which is now streaming on the Netflix platform. It stars Rosamund Pike, Eiza Gonzalez, Diane West, and Peter Dinklage. And it centers around a shady legal guardian who lands in hot water after she tries to scam a woman who has ties to a powerful gangster. This movie was crazy. First of all, I hate every single character in this movie, but in a good way. I feel like that it was intentional. They mean for you to, you're not supposed to root for this person. It's not meant for you to like the main character or the person that the main character is going against. I think that's something that was done intentionally, but it made for an interesting kind of way. It made for an interesting viewing experience. So I'm not going to complain too much about that because that's something that I actually did like. I like the fact that we did kind of get, we got to see our main characters kind of struggle with their, not even struggle with their morality. They, were unquestionably immoral people. I guess an American living in a capitalist society, we understand that that the dollar is the bottom line. That's what it's all about. It's all about the money. At the end of the day, we all do things for profit. Nobody works for free. No job operates and no business operates under the guise of charity. Businesses operate under the guise of generating income. And it just kind of showed how some people have no problem, putting their morals aside or looking the other way when it comes to, making big money. And that's one thing I liked about this, is that the women in this movie didn't back down. They weren't, weak. They weren't easily intimidated, even in the midst of danger. Finally hit the fan and they were finally confronted on what they were doing as far as the scam, as far as, putting this elderly lady into this retirement home without, and knowing she was mentally capable of handling and her own finances. They still did what they did. And when they were confronted about it, and when they realized who they screwed over, they didn't back down. And now this was fire versus fire, fire fighting fire with fire. And also, it really makes you think. I know people who have family members who are in assisted living facilities. I know people who have parents who suffer from dementia, Alzheimer's, memory loss, things like that, and who are unable to take care of themselves financially, and they handle all of their affairs. And so either their children have to do it, or they're sent to a nursing home, or somebody's appointed legal guardian over their estate. And I want to say this is something, either what Britney Spears is going through or what she's going through, something similar. I think she has a conservatorship as well. But it just, showed the aspect of how easy it is to manipulate the system. On top of manipulating the system, how hard it is to get out of a conservatorship, how hard it is to prove, that you are mentally competent. It shows how easy it is for somebody to capitalize, on you just because you're elderly, or you may not be in the best mental state at the time. And it was kind of a sad watch. There's parts of this that were difficult to watch. I had to really, at one point I was like, do I even want to watch this, because it's making me tight. Imagine someone who is mentally competent, who is being taken advantage of solely for the purpose of financial gain, is extremely heartbreaking. And for me, that was a tough part of the movie to get through, because although it is a dramatization, we know good and well there's some people out there that are taking advantage of the elderly, of the mentally incompetent and things like that, or financially incompetent. And it was something that just was a little difficult to watch. The only thing I didn't care for about this movie was we didn't really get enough of the side characters, in my opinion. The woman who played the doctor, Peter Dinklage's character, I kind of want to see a little bit more of him, as far as him being this crazy mob boss. We did get to see him be, top tier boss, Russian mafia or whatever. But I really wish we could have seen him do more things, because he had such a scary presence in this movie. Like, you knew he meant business. I was scared for a lot of his, stooges at one point, because I'm like, yo, they made an honest mistake, or they tried their best, and he's really about to kill them over a mistake. And for me, I felt like the character of Fran could have had a little bit more screen time as well, because she was there in the back, in the court with Marla, but we really never got to hear what she did. We never really saw her do anything too crooked. It was more so Marla pulling the strings and doing all the immoral things. But I really wish we could have had a side of her instead of her. It just felt like she was just the girlfriend in the movie. But she did her role well. She played her role amazingly. So I'm not faulting the performance, but I just wish the character would have been written to do a little bit more. So those are my thoughts on I Care a Lot, which is now streaming on the Netflix platform. Thank you for watching. Make sure to drop a comment down below. Let me know what you thought about the video. Don't forget to like, share, and most importantly, subscribe. My name is RJ from the Silver Site. Later days.